content of our negative attention is, "This is terrible, I can't believe this is happening. It's going to be a disaster and there's no way out of it." Then we'll be attracting the energy that reflects this negative mentality. It's important to understand that life doesn't care whether our attention is positive or negative. It responds to the content of our attention. In other words, if we think that, in a way, this will help us to grow, then the lifeline will shift towards a more positive lifeline. More of what we feel positively about will manifest. On the other hand, if we feel negatively about something and think, "That's bad," then something bad will happen.
Bam! Negative thoughts bring on negativity. Positive thoughts bring on positivity. A lot of people think negative is positive and positive is negative, and therefore you don't get the outcome you want. Shall we continue? Let's go.
Notice what's happening here. When we feel positively, our mind perceives the content as positive. When we feel negatively, our mind perceives the content as negative. How do you know that such a situation is bad?
Well, 'cause bad shit is what's happening to you and ain't working out good.
You're just assuming it because you've become afraid. Fear leads you to become more fearful. When we feel something, we try to justify the presence of that feeling by thinking of other things that could potentially make that fear stronger. But why do we do that? We are beings who feel, and when we feel something, we feel alive.
See, we should be feeling alive.
So, we survive. This is our biological condition. When we're in a state of fear, we start listing all the things that could potentially go wrong.
Which is what you see abundantly.
And that's when we get into a spiral, because now that
And you see the spiral abundantly.
negative attention starts to influence the content of our attention. The fundamental issue here is that there must be a correspondence between the heart and the mind.
Which most people are lacking because they're just operating out of their mind, the head.
When you feel something negative in your heart, the mind immediately starts generating negative thoughts,
That's where people's heart center is closed off and they're operating out of the brain. It keeps them in a nasty negative state of mind.
in turn causes those thoughts to manifest. This moves you into a corresponding lifeline where more negative things happen. However, the crucial thing here is non-polar, neutral attention. When we perceive something that has happened to us with non-polar, neutral attention, it simply enters our lives and passes. It has no power over us. For example, in an unpleasant situation, you can simply look at it and accept it.
And that is a key factor. Look at a negative situation, accept it.
There's neither positivity nor negativity towards it. You would continue on the same life path as before.
And just remain neutral so don't affect your peace of mind, and then you could really manifest shit you need.
Nothing would really change. The situation would just dissolve. Most people resist their past traumas and fears by giving them negative attention.
Yes, most people do give everything negative attention.
Think about how this happens. Whenever something unpleasant happens in the past, we try to run away from it because the feelings are intense and we don't know how to deal with them. When we run away, we're actually resisting it. And what happens when you resist something?
Well, you don't manifest and change and have a better life.
Persists. You're giving it strength and it exerts an opposing force on you. We spend our whole lives resisting all the things that have happened in the past that we don't like.
We resist change as people, so if we don't want to change ourselves, we're not going to make things better.
And we live from that place of trauma. As a result,
which means most people are living in a place of trauma and will remain there.
Situations that confirm this trauma keep coming up. So remember, there are always
So people are going to keep bringing up, oh, this has been done wrong. I mean, the government, this, that has been done wrong. Meanwhile, you're living in negativity. You ain't going nowhere. You fucking puddle, spinning in puddles.
Two sides to a coin. It's up to you. The choice of how to perceive something is 100% yours. Now that you understand this, let's talk about how to use it to
I think I talked enough about it. You guys read enough about it. You have to recognize your energy to know where you're putting it. You have to know what manifesting means to have it happen, okay? Because this right here explains about 98% of the society. Haha, mic drop.